The goal of Decadian is to give to you financial freedom. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time because you have to be patient. If you take 1 or 2 trades a year, you might not have an investment from us for 8 months. But once you get that investment, you can make 100% or 200% on that investment. And from simple math, what I've always done all my life is that, what can I do with $5,000? If I could take $5,000 and double that every year, what would I have? By year 8, you would have $1 million. Of course, we can't talk about Uncle Sam in this equation because he's part of it, but just from the principle. So therefore, in 10 years, if you could double your money and leave it in the account, so that doesn't mean taking that out all the time. Leave the $5,000 in, leave the profit in, and use that money and leverage it, and double your money every year. With $1 million, I would say that would change most everybody's life. And that's the goal at Decadian. Start with $5,000 or $10,000, 1 trade a year. We're going to try to get you 2 or 3. There may be more, there may be less. But you have to understand you only need 1 a year to be very successful at this. And the more you are in futures, the more risk there is because you're trying to take chances. I learned that when I was younger. You can't make the market do something for you. You have to let the market come to you. When if you're researching it like we do and you wait, you will see that opportunity and you will know it. There are times with Ag Masters we have said the market would do this on this date and we did it in advance. And it did because we knew what was going on. We can make bold statements like that when you know the facts behind the market. And one of the things we want to bring to you at Decadian too is something we did at Ag Masters. They're called target zone charts. We may not name them that for Decadian, but what they are is a forecast of where price is going to go after harvest each year. Well, that's for a producer. But when we're in an investment, what you're going to want to know is, where do we see price appreciating to during this investment? So within that range, if we're looking at coffee and we want to get in at 140 and we're seeing a projected range of 300, that's 10 times your money. And as the market goes, you have to make a decision. Do you want to get out and take your 100%, or do you want to let your money ride? That's the purpose of a stop point. As we're in a long-term investment, we'll be texting you where to put your stop as we're raising that, because we'll let the market dictate what it wants to do. We don't dictate to the market. We want to be in there for the longest ride possible. So when you get into an investment, besides that text that tells you to get into it, we'll be texting you every so many weeks and saying, okay, take your stop point, raise it up here. And what that does is lock in a percentage of profit on that transaction. We may in time have a projection we want to get out at a certain price, but we may just let it ride because we don't know. As long as the market's going in our favor, it's great. Going back to a simple thought someone told me 20 years ago, he said trading commodities is really simple. I said, how is that? He said, it's like taking a train from New York to Sacramento. I said, I don't understand. Well, when the train is going your way, you get on it. If it goes a different direction, you get off. That makes me think about stocks. They said if you're in a stock and it goes against you 10%, you get out. Well, what they have is trend lines. So within these charts that we'll be providing on the website, and let's call them target zone charts for today anyway, where we're projecting where it's going to go. We'll talk about a time frame of the rally, the degree of rally, how fast it's rallying, and we'll draw trend lines on there, and it'll show support points. And we'll most likely run our stops slightly below that support point because there are recognized points within technical trading where if the market breaks it, you need to get out. And that's important. That's what we follow. We'll provide that information on our website to our subscribers on each commodity they're in, the stop points, because that's critical information. Again, it's not something you need to know because you'll be getting them on your text, but if you want to know, it's there for you.